Baden Masters wird präsentiert vom Swisslos-Sport von Aargau, der Regionalwerk Baden und Schop mit ihren Profis für Gartenbau, Spenglerei und Flachdach.
Opp. 13,8.
13,5.
Bare sånn at dere vet så er syveren annerledes enn 8. Det vet jeg ikke. Det må vi finne ut av selv.
Ah, ja. Dus 4-1 waarschijnlijk. 4-2. Lijn is oké, hartje krap. Oké, lijn is goed, ziet er heel snel uit. Ziet er heel snel uit. Ja. Ja, 13-6. Dat is er denk ik in inderdaad. Nou. Nou. Shit baby.
Oh.
Hoi.
3.
Wauw.
Det er deres. Gjerne 3. 3. 3. Kull. Ok, oh. Oh.
Ja, volgens mij wel.
Oh, oh. 15-3. Ja, kull, 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 kull. 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 Jeg ga deg litt mer is før du ga den første del.
Buiten 4.
Jeg ga deg litt mer is.
Ja, hartje bij.
Det er fordi du ga den første del, så tenkte jeg skulle køle litt mer. Ja, par margin av meg. Beklager. Ja, og par margin av meg.
Oké, buiten 4. Yep. Yep. Ah, nee. Waar? Yep, ga door. Yep, anders nozen we hem. Ja.
Margin guard! Bare 5.
Alright. Die kan wel veel.
Det er deres!
Nee.
Jobb, jobb! Linje! Jobb! Linje! Linje! Yes! Fortsett! Fortsett! Det er bra det. Du går inn. 14-1 på den. 14-1. Kjørte mye der, altså. Ja, jeg vet ikke. Det var bra køl i hvert fall.
Gang met 8. Achter.
Ja, jeg tror det.
Achterhoofd! Yep!
Achterhoofd!
Yep! Kom. Yep, je hebt hem. Geen rol, Lau, geen rol. Ai, shit. 8-4. Kilde veel. Die draws deden niet heel veel. Kijk op. 8-4.
Deres. Plass. Plass. Kull. Wow, deres. Wow. Ja, kull, 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 kull. 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 Wow, wow. Ja. 15-6.
Hangpeel. Yep. Yep. Oh, oh. Good. Hi.
Check.
Ja, goed gooit. Haartje krap, maar is close.
Om du bumper den et år, er det greit? Hæ?
Hi Tom. Sorry? Ja.
Ja, je zit net op zijn neus hieruit.
Ja.
We zaten eerst zeg maar nog zo'n stukje opnemen. Dus dan gaan we daar. Maak je op.
Ja, dat is balen.
Er deres. Plass nå. Plass. Kjør. 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 Okay. Sorry, skal få min is. Ja, det var det. Ja. Jeg sett han, men jeg tror jeg fikk sånn 14 blank. Jeg tror jeg fikk 14 blank. Ja.
11.
Ja, min is var Magnus sin kølle dritmye.
Hei. Ja. Ja.
Hi. And the car goes fine.
Clean. Clean. Toe. Hard. Hij is goed.
11.
Wow. Oh, oh, oh. Die bal. 11.
Ja. Nice.
Hvor mye har du av den? Ja, sånn. Prøver sånn på innsida. Avtrykken. Ja, denne her er også eventuelt noe sånn. Prøv en sånn variant. Eventuelt er det gardene her. Her er greit liksom, må bare bumpe et lite år her nok. Bare litt på innsiden. Hater ikke den, eller? Da blir det vanlig i så fall. Ja. Ren, 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 ren. Kør. Kør. Og kør. 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 Og ut. Og.
12-6.
Okay.
Gooi het samen.
12-7. Men jeg har riktig margin. Helt enig i margin. Hadde den vært fin fart, hadde jeg ikke gått like mye.
Waarschijnlijk. Doe maar met 10.
Men den jagga. Så den vil at det jagger, så må du sitte.
Oké, normaal. Verlies je wel je shooter.
Wat is je prio? Dubbel maken of shooter stikken?
Ik denk deze shooter hier steken. Ja, die stik je als goed wel, toch? Doe maar normaal!
Hey. Ja. Ja.
Push! Waartoe?
9!
Hard! Hard!
Zo, maar is goed.
Hard!
Ja, zo.
Blijf bij geel, rol geel. Rol.
Prøv over resten med vann, så får de den der, altså. 10-5. Det er 10-5. Spille 10-5, og så heller kjappa greit. Men prøv å få til den her. 10-5 der, kanskje?
Halfsteen. Oh, oké.
Sorry, ik heb weggeklikt. Nee, het is open.
Ja.
Gjerne rullen. For mindre!
Is oké. We kunnen 5 liggen open, dus je kunt nu naar binnen rollen.
Ja.
Litt hard.
Laurens 11 met dit. Dus ik denk dat laten we hek gooien 11,5.
Oké.
Ja, enig.
Alright, gewoon hek. Ja. Knop op jou 11. Het wordt ietsje rechter leek het op voor mij ook. Ja. Hoi. Hek 4-0. Net iets meer. Alright. 3-9.
Clean! Clean!
Push! Push!
Ja, push hem. Vechtrol, hartje. 10-6.
Litt hard, ja.
Alright. Sorry. Ja.
De gjelder ikke noter, da. Eller de andre.
Alright.
Jeg tror ikke noter, så
Ja.
Hvis
Thanks.
han noter, så ligger det her.
Ja.
Og hvis han noter tilbake...
Het is gewoon een seconde 11, zeg maar, dus dan kun je ietsje agressiever gaan.
Ja.
Als 19-6.
Ja.
Hoeveel
Hår
tetten?
rullene er greit, men noten er din. Kanskje hår mer, eller?
Ja, nog wat verder denk ik.
Alright, prima. Dus 11,5
Prøv å
goede
styre
lengte.
langt på den.
Maar dan is dat
Are we
niet
on?
echt een volle hek nog steeds, dus dat is goed om te weten.
Ja.
Alright, dus
Good afternoon, curling fans.
Ja, det tøft, og så må han dra. Hvis han ikke vil sitte på systemet. Hvis han mister makten, så er Waddell på siden.
It is the final round robin here at Baden Masters 2024.
ja, dat ruim nu ook nog eens.
6 teams have already booked a place in the quarterfinals. 2 more will join them, but who will it be? I've worked out all the permutations. We will go through them together here in the online virtual club.
Gaat wel hard.
Unfortunately, neither of the 2 teams we're watching here will be able to qualify. It's a real tough
Oké,
qualification this year,
Maar gewoon dit rol.
Han må rulle inn, da.
Oké.
Så er fortsatt greit.
Is makkelijk
but
nog.
nevertheless,
Yeah.
I think we shall have a fun
Hartje naar
game
ijs.
between
Ja, ik
2
dacht,
very
de
aggressive
hek.
teams.
zelfde ijs is genoeg.
We are
Seconde
watching
trager.
the
Draai je nu op zijn neus.
newly crowned
toch?
World
Ja.
Junior Champions from Norway. It is Lucas Høstmælingen's team. And this afternoon they are up against previous finalists here a couple of years ago.
Alright, we moeten wel
Retornaz
iets
team
rollen.
from Netherlands.
Ja,
I'm Lorna Rettig
doe maar
and
gewoon.
we shall be watching
net
this final round
concentratie.
robin together.
Dus eigenlijk zelfde bal, alleen dan 11,5.
I really think the curling gods have had a bit of a giggle here.
Men det sånn typisk en Bryce.
These two teams easily the most difficult to pronounce, but we shall battle on. Now we have Superfan Sue from Michigan already in the chat. Hello, Sue.
Yep. Clean.
We have had the opportunity
Okay,
to watch
now.
all of our visiting teams. We have 11 countries represented here,
Prima.
and we have managed to watch all of them on the stream at some point. These are the last two of our visiting teams. The team from Netherlands and the Norwegians, and lucky you Netherlands that they had the last stone
Nice.
by dint of their superior last shot draw from the previous game, because they were facing 3 Norwegian counters there.
Alright, heftig. Alright.
But a nice solid shot from Netherlands, getting them out of trouble.
Ja, gewoon weer eerder een scoringpositie krijgen. Gewoon eerste paardje kult veel.
It's the final round robin here to decide
Toch?
the final places in the quarter-final. There's 2 or 3 possibilities here, gang. But let's see who else is out on the ice just now. Over on sheet 1, we have Team Corey Dropkin visiting again from the US. They are up against Team Kyle Waddell of Scotland. We have 5 Scottish teams here. That's an important game qualification-wise. On sheet 3, we have Andrew Schnider's team from Switzerland playing Lukas Klima's team from the Czech Republic. Always strong supporters of this competition, the Czech team. That game will not affect who comes to quarterfinals. And over on sheet 4, this is a cracker. We have Ross Whyte's team of Scotland against Yves Stocker's team from Switzerland, and that's a winner takes all. Whichever team wins that game will book a ticket to the quarter-final. Whoever loses, their competition is over.
Helemaal.
Lijn is goed.
All kinds of excitement going out there on the ice then.
Lijn is prima. Lijn is goed.
The only thing I can tell you with certainty regarding the quarter-finals this evening is that there is one team only in the competition who have won all 4 of their games. None of the teams we're watching in this session can get to 4-0. There is only one team on 4-0 this year. They will be top of the pile. They will qualify in first place for the quarter-finals, and that is Bruce Mouat's team from Scotland. They have had most of the day off. They played very early this morning to book their place very concretely at the top of the pile. And then they have the rest of the day to relax, save their energy for the quarters. So we have 6 teams already in the quarterfinals. They are Benny Kapp of Germany, Joel Retornaz of Italy, Niklas Edin from Sweden, Bruce Mouat of Scotland, Yannick Schwaller from Switzerland, and Michael Brunner also of Switzerland. They will be joined by... There are 4 teams who may be able to join. So there are 2 places left, and there are 4 teams who might be able to join. As we said, one of them will be Ross Whyte or Yves Stocker's team. That's a winner takes all on sheet 4. Both of those teams on 2 wins and 1 loss. And whichever team wins will go to 3 wins, and that will book a place for them in this evening's quarterfinals. The other place will be either Kyle Waddell's team over on sheet 1. They are also on 2 wins and 1 loss. If they win, they will also go to 3 wins. They will book a place in the quarter-final. If Kyle Waddell's team loses, they will stay on 2 wins. And the final place in the quarter-finals, place number 8, will go to the top team with 2 wins at that stage, and that will be Cameron Bryce.
Hoog 3.
So that's all our permutations. That's what we'll be keeping eyes open for. At the same time as I think we shall be enjoying a nice aggressive game out here. Both of these teams really from the 5-rock era. Both of these teams very used to playing with lots of shots in play. If you have a shot in the 4-foot, then they will just draw to the pin and beat it that way.
Lijn is goed, hoog 3. Clean. Alright, alleen clean, hou hem clean. Hou hem clean, hou hem clean. Shit. Alright, mooi bal.
Maar first maar in center.
Uit.
Whyte 4 voet.
Ik dacht je alleen 1 2 wilde gooien voor rood.
Nee joh, geel allebei.
Maar voordat je denkt dat 8 heel veel curlt, je gooide die tweede iets softer. Daardoor curlde die meer. Daarom zat ik aan het begin op. Maar ja, ik had niet verteld of we er gemaakt.
Ja.
We hadden afgesproken dat ik het niet ging zeggen.
Nee, ja, snap ik.
Aderes.
Maar van mijn gevoel was het best wel
Ninjago.
Ja, maar
het zag wel anders uit.
Ja, duidelijk.
Ironically, the team with the best draw shot in the competition, it's Gösgens team in front of us. But even if they win this game, their lovely draw shot will be for naught. But certainly a handy skill to have in your pocket.
De pin is open. T-line.
Ja, ja. Det er jo bra resonert. Det var bare at det ble glattere. Ja, det ble bare glattere.
T-line!
Oké, is je lijn als je kan.
T-line, top 4!
Oké, geen bounce, maar T-line.
Top 4!
Zeker geen bounce, zit mid 4.
Oké, T-line dan. Dan is die T als je zo erg
Actually,
Waar?
back 4.
I've just double checked, gang, and I may have misinformed you there.
Blijf erbij, Simon. Geen bounce.
The draw shot challenge has rearranged itself after the previous round. I'm just going to work it out again. But certainly, the 6 who have already qualified, they have 3 wins and 1 loss. That is enough already for quarter-final. They are Benny Kapp, Joe Retornaz, Niklas Edin, Bruce Mouat, Yannick Schwaller and Brunner.
Dat is weer 1. Ik weet niet wat ik had op de eerste, maar... Ja, het scheelt niet heel veel.
Ren.
Wat is op de eerste?
Ren. Kör.
Goed 2.
Kör. Wow. Ren. Kör.
Ja.
Kör. Oh.
Ja.
Run.
I can certainly tell you how the quarter-final works in terms of which ranking plays which. We don't know the final rankings until the conclusion of this round, but the team ranked first plays the team ranked 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5. The only one we know for certain is that Mouat's team will be ranked 1. The only unbeaten team in the competition, and the rest. Most of the teams will go through on 3 wins and 1 loss. They will be ranked 2 to 7 according to their draw shot challenge. So big difference between having a strong draw shot challenge or not so good. Although with 2 playing 7, much of a muchness. But we will only know the final ranking at the conclusion of this round, rather. As we said, there are 2 places left. One of those places will go to the winner of the game on sheet 4, Ross Whyte's team against Yves Stocker's team. If Kyle Waddell's team win on sheet 1, they will go to 3 and 1, 3 wins, 1 loss, and they will qualify. If Kyle Waddell's team does not win on sheet 1, they will stay on 2 wins. And actually, then Corey Dropkin's team also goes to 2 wins, and then we will see who has the best draw shot challenge of the teams on 2 wins. Which has already changed since lunchtime.
Alright. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Oh, so actually, if my calculations serve correctly, then
Samme.
if Kyle Waddell loses the game on sheet 1,
Hold lavere
that
om
means
noe.
Corey Dropkin has won the game on sheet 1. That puts them on 2 and 2, and actually it would be Dropkin's team are top of the pile on draw shot challenge if my draw shot data is up to date.
Oh, not deres.
A couple of hours to go until then.
Go. Go, Køl. Oh, vekk nå. Vekk. Ja, Køl.
In that case then, the two places left in the quarterfinals rather, it will be two teams that we have on the ice.
Wil je de auto gooien?
Jeg skal ikke for sølv, jeg tenkte ikke noe over det.
Voor dit.
It so happens it will be either Ross Whyte or Eve Stocker's team, and it will be either
3/4 of zo.
Corey Dropkin or Kyle Waddell's team. There we go. We figured it out.
Ja, bra.
Gewoon pil.
Jeg er veldig fornøyd. Det er jo bra lenge uansett da.
As we suspected in our featured game here,
Ja, hvis vi klarer å gjøre mer med fart.
it's Lucas Høstmælingen. Haven't they announced themselves on the world stage?
Veeg de shootout open.
And to prove it wasn't a fluke, they're now the world champions. And they're up against previous finalists here, Gösgens team.
Yep. Yep.
Wouter with a tricky raise to make here.
Yep.
They don't like that.
Prøv på en gard til.
It is the Norwegians with last stone here.
De center kult gewoon.
Nei, mindre.
So Wouter will be looking at
Hold
a
med.
hatful of reds with his next throw.
Ja.
Bare samme som det vi spilte akkurat. Ganske glatt av meg, har det ikke? Litt høyere enn tiden sin.
Nu weten we het gewoon niet.
Ja.
Ja, kan ikke det?
We will say a proper hello to the teams in just a minute.
Lav toer. Viktigste er linja.
Gewoon
Dus
derde
voor
steen.
deze,
Veldig glatt der, eller?
gewoon freezer tapie.
Ja, je komt geen shot.
Nee, je komt geen shot. Nee.
Nee, dus je moet gewoon de run maken. Ja.
Oh, niet gewoon
Maar ja, wat ga je freezen?
ja, die haakje tappen. Leg je twee
Daden,
shot.
Ja,
daden,
maar dat telt niet genoeg.
daden. Køl,
Als je
grunne
zo
til.
tight de guard gooit, dan heb je niks.
Ja, dan niet. Nee. Zo heel wijd.
Se opp, ja.
Goed.
Straightforward shot for the Norwegian skipper. Pretty much replacing that guard
Se, jeg ga den.
Geef maar eens.
the Netherlands just removed. Rarely a good idea to play a centre guard if you have last stone,
Ja, daarom. Gewoon op
but
zijn
since
neus
this
zijn.
is the last stone for
Jeg
Netherlands,
prøvde å si at jeg ga den.
it so happens this was a good idea.
Ineens zou beter moeten lopen omdat hij van de center af is.
Ja, det sa dritkjedelig.
Well, that's a nice idea. Clock, welcome to you. He also finds the Norwegian names rather difficult to pronounce. He calls them the Norwegians. That's sort of a Scottish joke.
Jeg ga den.
We is Scottish for young or small.
Jeg setter den perfekt, men jeg får se.
Weans, the wee ones. And yeah, they're certainly young, but
Oh,
goodness
clean.
me, their profile is getting bigger and bigger.
Ja!
But final effort for Netherlands here.
Oh, kick,
And
no!
what a shot from Gösgens. Raised double takeout. Springs the whole lot. Didn't find the angle at all with his first shot, but goodness me, made the right correction. Yeah, let's watch that one again. red, onto red, onto red, and all three
Niet zo erg.
spraying gracefully out of the rings. Lovely throw from him.
Oké, ook weer overleefd.
So looks like an empty house, nobody home. And that, not a mistake from the Norwegian. The Norwegians choosing not to score a simple 1 point, but rather blank the end, and then they will have last stone again in the third end,
Dat is toch geen fout. Alright, dus ja.
and better chances to build a score there.
Als ze op de cent zit, dan komt hij en als je eraf bent niet. Verder? Ja, niet heel speciaals. Laat gewoon...
Ja, volgens mij coach 8 niet per se meer.
And why is that? It's because you have one last stone only.
Oké. Dus...
So with your one last stone
denk je dat zeker dit gooien?
at this high level, you don't get many misses. So with your one last stone, it's relatively straightforward to score 1 point. And if we do that for 8 ends, you will end up with a score of 4 each.
Thanks.
Therefore, if you want to win the game, you will need to do something more than simply scoring one with last shot. And that's why the Norwegians decided to sacrifice that end. Easy for them to take 1 point, but they say, no, let's hang on to last stone here. Very early days in this game. It's only the third end. They will look to build some points here. They did have fairly nice end set up there, but a real cracker from Walter Høstmælingen with his final throw put paid to all that work. But if they challenge Walter to a raised double take out every end, at some point you have to think their plan will work.
Nice.
There's dedicated superfan Tom's rail announcements. I think Tom's watched just about every round. No better way to spend a Saturday.
Lekker hoor.
So let's say proper hello to all the teams.
Yep.
Now deep
Yep.
breath.
Yep.
Lead thrower for the Norwegians, it's Kapp-Röhrs. Second thrower, it's Magnus Lunde Lillebø. Third thrower, Tinius Haslev Nordby. Fourth and skip, Lucas Høstmælingen.
Skap op, medies.
Back forward to fierce again.
For the Netherlands, lead thrower is Simon Spitz. Second thrower, Tobias van den Herk. Third is Laurens Hoekman. Fourth and skip is Walter Gösgens. Well, gosh, an unfortunate day to have ears, to be
Lijn
sure.
is goed, vol 4. Geen bounce. Push.
If my Norwegian and Dutch is particularly
Push.
painful,
Go, Tom. Go,
do
go,
let me
go,
know,
go,
and I can
go.
revert to calling them the Norwegian second or the Dutch fourth thrower.
Systeem gewoon sneller dan. Lijn is prima. Als je niet iets 2 meter te hard gooien. Prima.
The young Norwegians then, holding on to last stone, choosing to blank that second end.
Check. Ja, dat is gewoon doorheen.
Ja, rally
They're throwing red.
Finish
So,
in.
classic start from the Netherlands, just throwing up that centre guard.
Now there it is.
The easiest way to frustrate
Body heat.
your opponent if they're trying to score a couple is to throw all your stones towards the centre.
Good. Whoa.
But we see this kind of tactic more often these days. But okay, the opposition has thrown up a centre guard. We do have last stone, but if we can get to the middle first, we can set up a couple of angles. Maybe pick up 2 points that way. I often call that a mixed doubles style end. The mixed doubles discipline, of course, you have 2 stones already placed when you begin the end, both on the centre line. And the play very much focused towards the middle in that discipline. So you see a bit more of that these days in the traditional rules as well.
Easy.
Top 4.
Ja, geen bounce nog.
Top 4.
Top 4 is oké.
Tom, I do
Altijd
agree with you in
Simon.
the chat.
Push.
From a viewer's perspective, you can never watch enough
Push
curling
maar in.
right.
Push maar in.
And if you did have to miss a game or two, because maybe you had to have a job or something,
Oh, nice.
then all of the games from this weekend, so all the live games from sheet 2 and all the games on the static cam or sheets 3 and 4, they are all in the playlist.
Bak 4.
So if you're missing watching curling, or if you had to skip a game, don't panic. They're all waiting for you on the playlist on World Curling Tour YouTube channel. Hooray! Oh, of course, we have Superfan Michaela, who we have learned this weekend was coaching the senior men's team representing Philippines. That's I think the newest country in world curling, Philippines. We had the men's team representing Philippines here in the competition for the first time, and we've had a great time watching them. The club was bouncing with Filipino supporters on Thursday evening,
No, it's oké.
and loads of supporters in the chat as well. A very positive addition to Curling World, it seems, Team Philippines.
Yep, yep. 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 Clean. Push. Roll hem iets.
That's a very nice throw from Tobias.
Hey, Doop.
Ja, 10,5.
Kom igjen, Edin.
10,5.
13 blank.
Just getting rid of those dangerous reds in the front of 4 foot, leaving himself lying in a nice position.
13 blank.
This is exactly what the Netherlands want to play. Just frustrate the Norwegian team.
Eigenlijk hielden we hem dead straight. Maar hij kulde een beetje kop over de hele weg.
Always giving the Norwegian
Dat zei waar je zat.
stones to think about. Not letting them just pile stones into the house
Maar
first.
ik wilde hem vooral niet
So
verliezen. Dit is prima.
steady stuff from
Jongens,
the
oké.
Dutch.
Guard zit 10,5. Hetzelfde als wat ik gooide. Recht en snel.
Lots of excitement on the sheets today though. Neither of these teams will be able to qualify for quarterfinals, win or lose. So we shall just enjoy a good game of curling. Over on sheet 1 though, Kyle Waddell's team in the driving seat in that game. Kyle's team already on 2 wins and a loss. Corey Dropkin's team from US, their opposition, are on 1 win and 2 losses. But it so happens that it is Corey Dropkin's team from the US who sit top of the table of relevant draw shot challenges of teams who might get to 2 wins. He is still following, and that means that if Kyle Waddell wins over there with 3 wins, that team will qualify for quarterfinals. But if Corey Dropkin's team wins, even though they only have 2, that means Kyle Waddell's team stays on 2. A whole bunch of teams are on 2 wins. But it is Dropkin's team who would be top of the pile because of draw shot challenge. And that means on sheet 1, interestingly, it is a winner takes all game.
Easy line als je kan.
Oké, top 8.
Je zit edge 4. Je zit edge 4. Simon,
On sheet 4,
zit edge 4.
it's a less complicated
Ja, weet ik.
rationale, but the outcome is the same. Both Ross Whyte and Eve Stalker are on 2 wins already. This is a straight winner takes all. Whoever wins this game will go to 3. And they will qualify for quarterfinals. Whoever loses that game over on sheet 4, their competition stops here. Michaela asks about the quarterfinals. Yes, is your quick answer there, Michaela. Already qualified are the following: Benny Kapp from Germany, Joe Retornaz, Italy, Niklas Edin, Sweden, Bruce Mouat, Scotland, Yannick Schwaller, Switzerland, and Michael Brunner, also Switzerland. That's 6 out of the 8 places already booked. The final 2 places will be, one of those places will be Ross Whyte or Eve Stocker. The other of those 2 places will be Corey Dropkin or Kyle Waddell. There, done. What I can tell you is that there is only one team left in the competition who have won all of their games, and that is the reigning European champions from Scotland, Bruce Mouat. They are the only team that know their final ranking already. They will be ranked top of the table at number 1. They will play whoever ends up being ranked number 8. And this we will not know until the conclusion of all these games, because positions 2 to 7, if not 2 to 8, will be decided based on cumulative draw shot challenge. And this is really excellent play from Netherlands. Still looking for their first win in the competition, Valto's team. Somewhat surprisingly. But I think this is probably the strongest field I've seen in Baden, certainly for quite a long number of years. And it's just really difficult to get wins out there. That doesn't mean that Netherlands have been playing badly. There are a couple of teams that qualified strongly last year that will not take part in the quarterfinals this year. And that just shows you what a strong competition this is. It's not really a criticism of their play, it's just really difficult. And the momentum definitely with the Dutch at the moment here. Norway not managing to use their last stone advantage to build anything in this third end either at the moment.
Ja, we liggen tweede shot. We deden dat dit de beste call is.
Maar zijn we denk je dat wij tweede shot liggen?
Ja, dacht ik net of net niet?
Ik denk eigenlijk rood.
Gewoon deze hierheen tappen.
This really looks like a mixed doubles end, doesn't it?
Ja, het is gewoon een heavy draw.
That guard out front on the centre line, and then a whole heap of stones
Altijd aan deze kant.
in and around the 4 foot and beyond.
Ja, gewoon no-stepje. Haartje naar de buitenkant. Gewoon tap hem op die back voorsteen. Ja, dan houden we 1 steen aan de bovenkant en eentje aan de achterkant. Als je een corner freest aan de linkerkant is ook prima. Lijn is eigenlijk prio, we moeten aan de buitenkant blijven. 4-4 of is dat net weinig? Ja, tap lane to back 4 wil ik hebben.
Tom appreciating all the granite up in the house as well. Yeah, if loads and loads of stones in play is your thing, these 2 teams are an excellent matchup.
Lijnt's goed!
If you can even see the pin, if you can see the hole right in the centre, both of these teams will fancy their chance at outdrawing you.
Yep, dope! Yep, dope, helemaal. Dan ga ik lauw. Yep.
Nee, straight!
Alright, that's volgens mij okay.
Just neutralising danger here, Netherlands. They don't need to score in this end, the Netherlands. They're +1 at the moment. We're very early in the game. As you can see, there is a very nice, cosy little space right where the Norwegian brush is. Yes, you could pretty easily put a red stone there. But yeah, Netherlands doesn't mind if it's just 1 red. That's fine for them. Remember, when you have last stone advantage, reasonably straightforward to score 1 point, as it is right now. Norwegians having last stone. But you're not going to win games by scoring only 1 with your last stone. And that's why we're seeing them discuss different scenarios instead.
Bare dra mot den. Bare is her.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Are you sure? No.
okay, I'll touch it.
But big smiles, nice to see.
Bare bumpe dem, så vi ligger
Whatever they're doing, they're happy with it.
Og så rulle litt inn på dem sekken.
Denk wel
Og
Max.
det er på utsida. Ja, jeg
Dus
skal
wel,
litt
we
ut,
zeiden
så
Charles
koster det,
oké.
Ja, precies.
ja. Enig.
Dus dan is het wel de goede ijs.
dat
Als
denk
ik
ik
hem
ook.
2 tiendes achter gooi dan.
Ganske fint her, sier fra med en gang vi skal drite her i da.
Volgens mij, als ik gewoon een volgende maak, dan forcen we hem in
Ganske
ieder
fint
geval
her.
altijd.
Kjørt mot hem.
Want hij gooit nu de
Kjempe
tap op
bra.
6.
Ja.
Ligt hij 1 shot, maar dan freeze ik hem erop. Volgens mij heeft hij dan helemaal niks.
Ja.
Als je hem iets overkult,
Ik
kunnen
dacht
we
zo.
hit gooien vanaf 7 naar rood.
Ja! Ja!
First throw of the third end for
Wow!
Lucas
Yeah.
Høstmælingen. And after all that discussion,
Oh.
see, I told you. I think
Wow.
that Dutch stone was even covering the hole, but the young
Yeah,
Norwegian
yeah.
says, yep,
Hij ligt net
I'm just going
zondig.
to outdraw it, even though it's covering the hole already. And I'm pretty sure that is red.
Faen, ass.
Waar lijkt het? Ik denk Piel, eigenlijk.
Ja. Kijk, gewoon 8.
Alright.
But certainly,
zou niet heel
Whyte
veel
can
moeten doen,
indeed use his own stone there.
Is oké.
Nee.
Go for the double takeout. He will sacrifice one of his own, but he doesn't mind that. That's the view that Whyte will
Gewoon 8
see
halfsteen.
from the hack. Simon Spitz, vice skipping
Wel
today.
genoeg ijs, toch?
Loch Hansen, Tobias, very strong sweepers. You see that a lot more now. The team's really maximising. Who's our strongest sweepers?
Ik denk dat dit oké is.
Who's our best strategy
Gewoon 8.
for skip and vice skip?
Kanskje noen rett i
Who's really good under pressure for throwing fourth stones?
Er det lov å hoppe på?
It's not necessarily all the same people or the traditional lineup. Gösgens final throw of the third end.
Zo!
He wants to neutralise the danger of this red shot.
Je hebt hem!
But
Yeah,
boy,
go!
that is
Yeah.
going backwards, that yellow. Ooh. It does do enough though.
Ja, is net
I
goed.
think so many stones already in the forefoot that he could hardly fail to bounce off several of them.
Ging gewoon naar buiten.
Så er det
And not so easy for
Kommer den der.
Sorry?
Høstmælingen
Ja, ja.
to
Du holder
cleanly
med 9-5, tror du ikke? Bare 9-5, og så
remove that yellow that is now ever so slightly nearer the pin.
Nei, nei, men du bare dytter den sånn, og så toucher den, og så sitter her. Nei. jeg
That's
tror
a
den
good
bare-
throw from Whyte. Hard to see where two red points are coming from at the moment.
Ja, nei, men du
Gaan we
ruller
even
inn,
laten
du ruller
Ik moet
inn,
straks
så
zo.
den her
Gewoon
blir
altijd nadat ik
til.
heb gegooid.
Gewoon hard vegen.
Så er det bare en 9-5.
Nee, volgens
tel
mij
ned,
ja.
så
Hij
har
stuft
du
hem wel,
den.
dus waarschijnlijk is het max
9-5
7.
er lettest, og så bare is her. Så ruller litt inn.
Die we nu shot liggen. Is oké.
Bare 9-5.
Oh no, it is disappointment for the Stocker army out there.
Jeg kan det for to, så ruller
dear.
litt inn. Men.
It was a huge score of 4 to Ross White's team in the third end. Well, if you're going to lose a 4, do it early on, but that is quite a big
Nei, der er
gap
mindre.
for a team of Ross White's capability.
Green.
Remember, the winner of that game on sheet 4,
Wow.
they will get a ticket to the quarterfinals. The loser on sheet 4, their competition stops here.
Ja.
Right, what angles do we have then in the forefoot? They have found exactly the right path.
Ble to.
That is 2 red.
Ble to. Ble to.
So I think just about every stone in play that end.
Ja, men jeg trodde at du holdt på å kjappe.
Decent neutralising play from Netherlands,
Veldig
but
nær.
really nice stuff from
Ja, bra.
the World Junior Champions, and their patience has paid off. They were wise to bank that second end, and they are rewarded with 2 in the third. So the score in our featured game, the final round robin of Baden Masters 2024, and it is Høstmelingen's Norwegians leading 2-1 over Gösgens team of Netherlands. Over on sheet 1, that is also a winner-takes-all game. Kyle Waddell already has 2 wins, poised to get a third, and they will qualify. But Dropkin's team only on 1 win, but they have an outstanding draw shot challenge. So if Dropkin's team can win this game, they will prevent Kyle Waddell getting to 3 wins, and in the meantime propel themselves all the way to the top of the teams with 2 wins. And it is Dropkin's team who have made the brighter start. 2 steals from them, and they are 2-0 ahead over Kyle Waddell. The only other game out there is on sheet 3, and that's Schnider is playing Klima's team from Czech Republic. Neither of those teams able to qualify for this evening, but always good to finish strong, and it is the Czech team with a narrow lead at the moment. They lead 2-1, but they're still only in their third end. In our featured game then, it is now Netherlands who have last stone in this fourth end. We'll see a reverse of tactics here. Yes, lovely start from Kapp-Röhrs, the Norwegian lead.
Daffeste laget. Ja. Jeg trodde ikke at det rett etter da var litt sinna. Ja, det var det.
Whyte does have a corner guard. You can just about see it in front of him. It's quite close to the house though.
Okay, heel wijd en recht. Lijn is goed.
Let's see if they can bring that into play later on, but playing towards the centre already with Simon Spitz's second stone.
Okay, straight, gewoon voor lengte. Yep.
And this looks nice from Spitz.
Yep. Ja, sorry, ik wist niet waar die was.
That's a great shot. And why is that a great shot? Even though red is still closest, red is lying 1 shot. That yellow going nowhere. It's got the red right behind it. And that means it's nice and safe in there to use later on.
Voelde je eerst soft?
Ja, maar ik kikte 3-9 of zo.
Bare 5. Må vi rundt? Ja, vi skal til han. Det er ikke forbi. 14-4.
Just finding a little bounce then. The Norwegian second thrower, Magnus Lunde. We could just call him Magnus. Speaking of Magnuses from Norway, we have had Magnus Ramsfjeld's team from Norway also in this competition, but not this year. Just the one team from Norway, this time, but the competition filled up very quickly this year. All 20 places gone very soon after registration opened.
Oké, deze ging wel. 10-4.
This is again nice throwing from the Dutch team.
11. Kan spille pil, men da kan du slå ut den. Jeg liker bare 11, og så gå over nesa. Ja, det er opp til deg.
There's Superfan Megan. I think she's just about watched every game as well.
Okay.
Welcome to you.
Gooi de 11 op de buitenkant en de kulde hard gewoon midden 8.
Ja! Ja! Yes! Yes! Hard!
Team is pointing to the skies and the universal sign for this is coming in hot.
Veldig fin margin.
And that gets rid of one yellow. Switches up the landscape a bit.
Bra, Magnus.
Ga maar de pil.
That guard out front only helping Norway, not helping Netherlands. Time for it to go.
Da fiksa du det veldig bra I så fall. Det bra at du ikke pil på det til der bytter vi den, som jeg sa veldig ekkelt. Veldig bra. Ja, det det ødela så veldig.
Clean. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Push.
Bit unlucky, removing his own
Bare
stone in the forefoot there.
midt på den tredje prikken. Hår under.
Ja. Ja, ik weet het ook niet.
So Norway without last stone, they will continue to
Ene keer guld te veel.
junk up the centre there.
Ja. Terwijl hij hem losliet, raken we hem hier praktisch. Ja.
Alright.
Het is gewoon altijd mis.
Volgende hebben.
Litt tight. Den deres. Oh, da vi vide. Køl, køl, køl. Køl, 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 køl. Køl, Grine. Bare gå, bare gå. Yes, yes, yes.
Norway then just replacing that centre guard.
Få på senter der. Sorry. Mis. Mis. Nå, bra satt.
Their objective in this fourth end
Ja.
to not allow Netherlands to build up some points.
Hek! Zijn guard chipped in de ring rond is oké.
Yeah, both of these teams, as I said, aggressive tactics from the beginning. Both teams very comfortable with stones all over. High risk, high reward, but if the high risk doesn't work, then occasionally you end up losing a hatful.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
So occasionally these teams, I feel like they're playing with fire a little bit. But they're both pretty good, so they typically get away with it. And that is a nice throw from Laurence.
Ja, 11-0.
Just clearing out the forefoot completely and
Ja, ik weet je, best goed toch?
actually leaving himself flying short, but that yellow out in the open.
I know. Ja.
Prima, geef wat ruimte. Ik weet niet wat er met de VO gebeurde, man.
Ren.
Ja.
Ren.
Ik weet het ook niet.
Køl.
Ja. Alles is daar recht.
Køl. Køl. Oh, ja. Yep, yep, yep. Sorry, jeg skulle fortelle sagt.
Norway would like that red to hang around, and it does.
Ja. Uit 4.
Bra.
Simultaneously to preventing the Netherlands from building up a big end,
Ja, dat zal wel goed lopen.
they simultaneously want to deny the Netherlands the possibility of blanking the end.
Ja.
And for both of those purposes, Norway in decent shape in this fourth end of our featured game. But everything behind T. And that means there is space for Høstmælingen to
Top 8, top 4.
swing a short round behind cover.
Visielijn.
T-lijn.
Oké, Simon clean.
Back 8. Back 4.
Push.
Back 4.
Je hebt klaar.
Oké, coming down.
Push.
Back 4.
Push. Allebei, je hebt push. Zwaar wel. Yep.
That is a nice throw from Høstmælingen.
Ik had voorhand.
We've been watching this sheet 2, all weekend, and we've seen how much it curls.
Daarom call ik hem top 8 op 12.
You don't need a lot of space to curl a shot in right behind cover.
Ja,
Wil je gelijk? Ja, dat is gelijk. Ik zat fout, maar dat is gewoon wat ik dacht.
And over on sheet 1, viewers, Dropkin's team from US continue their
Deze 4-0.
somewhat remarkable march towards the quarterfinals. They stole another point off Waddell's team, and at the halfway point over on sheet 1 then it is 3-0 to Dropkin from the US.
Av da! Kjør!
Ik ben er.
Both games on sheets 1 and 4 are a winner takes all for different reasons. But whoever wins on sheet 1 will book a place in the quarterfinal. Whoever wins on sheet 4 will book a place. The two winners will be the final two qualifiers. We have 8 teams qualifying for quarterfinals, and the quarterfinals are on this evening at 8:30 European.
Alles lijkt wel iets meer te gaan. Voor Tobias krulde met team 4 al 3/4 steen.
Maar denk je dat best wel recht lopen, denk ik.
Dit?
Ja.
11,5.
The only thing we know for certain so far is that there is one team alone who has not lost a game in this competition. That is the reigning European champions, Mouat's team from Scotland. We know and they know they are number 1 in the table here. Everyone else will be jostling for places 2 to 8, and that will be based on draw shot challenge. So a whole heap of teams on 3 wins and a loss. And their ranking will be decided by their cumulative draw shot challenge.
Lijn's close.
Clean.
Clean up.
Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Nose.
Yep.
Whoa.
Go.
That's another nice throw from Netherlands. Ooh, a bit unlucky though to jam that backwards.
Ja, hij gaat het nooit meer maken.
Ja.
Is this a chance for Norway to set up a nice situation, try to get a mistake from Netherlands? We're approaching the halfway in this game as well.
Dat is prima lengte.
Bare vi har shot, så bare dra inn, blokkere dra for den skal man spille skråtatt.
Ja.
Kijk waar de ijs hebben.
Ja, så spyr du.
Die kan niet verwachten.
Bare si ifra.
Ja, als hij komt daarin en laat me
Og så
eraf.
si ifra hvis du må spy, så går vi bare for det.
Ik wil niet naar buiten.
Jeg vet. Jeg spiller den litt ned, bare.
Ik ging hem altijd stuffen.
Jeg tror det er nær, ja.
Downweight from Høstmælingen, his final throw of this first half. Just wants to punch that yellow and roll towards the middle, but oh gosh, I think this is a bit too down. Did he get a bit of a lucky bounce there? I think it is still the red behind T that's shot stone at the moment. But running out of beans a bit, that shot.
Is gewoon
That's the situation. It is still the red behind T. That's lying short at the moment. The idea was to get a second one, pretty much in front of it, but that stone a bit too short to do anything.
hoe je er wordt gehad. Oh, je kan niet twee shots. Gewoon de chip voor één. Ja, hij ligt shot.
And interestingly, Netherlands feeling that they can't really do anything about that red at the back.
Behalve de 1-0 voor 3, maar dat is een beetje...
Indeed, the Norwegians getting a happy plan B result with that throw.
En ik zie niet de hele
That
steen,
stone too light for what they wanted, but they have magicked up a nice guard on their short stone, and the Netherlands deciding, yeah, there's not really any way through that port.
Ja. Ja. Alright, dus gewoon back voor lengte. Net heavy draw. Is 4-3 genoeg aan de buitenkant? Alright. Ja. Alright, 2 10 eraf.
Lijn is goed.
Clean.
Kijk, clean.
Last throw of the fourth end for Waddell Gösgens.
Top.
Wouter typically
Yep, top.
really strong on his draw weight,
Yep, hij is goed.
but I think he's having the opposite problem.
Alles
Did
top.
he watch that stone from the Norwegians and get the impression it was slow out there? But it isn't. That stone coming in full beans and going around the outside. And I think that is a steal of one red to Norway.
Oh, hij is snel daar.
Ja. Jeg liker å spille garden, ja.
Gewoon weer stenen maken. Ik weet
Pass på at det blir
Yes, Flock in the chat. I think the idea was to just touch the edge, the side of that yellow, just bump it in
Gewoon weer stenen maken.
just a few centimetres sideways.
Det kan være fordi avtalen din
But
tightere, kanskje. enn noe.
Coming in too pacey, that stone from Wouter,
Det kan være
and
at avtalen på en måte
handing a
ikke
steal to
blir-
the Norwegian team, and it's quite a difference. Instead of being 2 each, the score then at the halfway point in our featured game at Baden Masters 2024, it is Lucas Høstmælingen of Norway 3, Waddell Gösgens of Netherlands 1.
Het end maken we. Dacht ik. Nee, maar wat maken we?
Nei, du kan ikke begynne ennå.
Nee, ik zeg supergoed dat Simon zijn tweede steen een keer maakt. Je moet ook horen wat ik zeg.
They come back over on sheet 4,
Alright, boys. Is goed. Steek
step
maar
by
op.
step.
Ja, zo zien we
Stalker's team forced to take one in their fourth end. It's now 4-1 to Whyte's Scottish team.
And it is.
Whoever wins over there also goes straight to the quarter-final. Whoever loses over there, their competition is finished. And Stalker's team with a lot of work to do to get this gap back again.
Ja, kul, kul, kul. Kul,
But I'm sure Whyte taking nothing for granted.
Kul, kul, kul. Ja. 16. Cool.
We saw Whyte's team
Hij is goed.
against Schwaller's team yesterday,
Hoog 3.
and it was Schwaller's team who
Hou iets.
won the battle that time. Whyte's team losing a 3 in the first end, and that really changing the complexion of the game,
Full 4.
meaning we watched a slightly different game than we were maybe expecting, but finally it was Schwaller who ran out the winner there. But looking awfully tidy at the moment over on sheet 4, Whyte's team. And our featured game on sheet 2 Yeah, the Netherlands might feel a little bit hard done by with that fourth end.
13-8.
Lucas
Kull når du
Høstmælingen,
kan.
I mean, he really
Nei,
missed
ikke
with his
kull,
final
men-
shot.
Ja,
It
ja,
was
ja, kull,
way
kull.
short,
Kull,
but
kull.
managed to find a happy angle and close up the space to get to the short stone. So the Netherlands entitled to feel like the luck didn't really go their way on that fourth end, but these things happen.
Clean! T-line! T-line! Lijn is groot!
Komt-ie!
T-line! Yep, dan. Yep.
Everyone is on their
Square
fifth
rolling.
end,
Yep, 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 yep.
except for sheet 3 next to us. They are just wrapping up their fourth. It is
Okay,
Andrew
after
Schnider
Fia.
with final shot, and he is drawing for 2, I think. You can watch sheets 3 and 4 on the static cam.
Nice, lekker vijf.
Litt høyt. Vær klar.
We will be watching
Deres.
one of the quarterfinals
Adelaide.
on the active cam at 8:30 European. 2
Kjøla,
more
kjøl,
of the quarterfinals will be on the static cam on sheets 3 and 4, and it will be Al and Linda who are hosting that one. Ooh, that is a mistake from Norway.
Terug weer.
Kijk goed.
And why is that important? Well, as we said, most of these boys pretty handy. You won't get many mistakes out of them. So in the land of perfect curling, you will only ever score 1 point.
Oké, hard
So you
op.
have to try to get mistakes out of your opposition.
Lijn is goed.
Tot 12!
To score
Lijn
2
loopt nog
points,
steeds
you need
goed.
at least 1 mistake from your opposition.
Geen bijten!
Geen
To score
buis
3
deze
points,
lijn.
you need at least 2 mistakes,
Weer.
etc., etc.
Yep,
So
yep.
at this level, you will not get many
Yep,
mistakes.
kan nu tappen. Yep, yep.
But that was a
Yep,
mistake
yep,
from
allebei, yep,
Norway.
Yep, yep.
And Tobias van den Hoek taking full advantage there, swinging
Prima.
a second stone round and really nailing that right onto the first stone he threw.
Nou, ik weet gewoon niet waar we zijn, dus daarom zeg ik dat we... Ja, want we gooien 2 rotaties, dus het is
Goed
heel moeilijk inschatten. De ene moet...
So an exochet coming from
Ja, dat is wel...
Norwegian second thrower Magnus.
Wat zei je?
Well, that sounded like a whole bunch of stuff moved. Oh, yes, there it is.
Au, go.
That's a satisfying one, isn't it?
Oké.
We were talking to Team Norway yesterday evening.
10.
Yeah, let's have a look at that one again. Look at that. Curlers scattering in all directions,
Ja,
chasing.
veldig bra. Bare
flying
gjør det der
stones.
neste gang også, som regel.
And again, like we've been seeing quite a lot during this competition, you need to not let that get into your head. You just stick to your game plan. Let them do the fancy stuff.
10,5!
Yep,
We were talking to Team Norway yesterday evening, and
10,5!
we
yep.
were trying to get some
Hard for the
gossip, so
stick.
we were
10,
asking
7!
Ja, hard voor de
what's the
stick.
team's guilty pleasure.
Go, go. Hier niet dubbel?
And
Nee.
Magnus said his guilty pleasure was,
Eerst
oh, I
langs
really
elkaar zijn.
enjoyed like that raised double takeout I had this afternoon, which was a peculiar answer because I felt there was no need to feel guilty about that at all.
Akkurat full 4.
But I assume
Dit
he
zou
will
het
feel
buiten moeten zijn.
secretly pleased with himself for
Ik
that
weet het ook niet.
massive raised triple thingy.
Ik vind het logisch dat hij curlt, maar ik dacht dat hij zacht was. Maar...
Naar deres. Bra linje, naar deres. Mot. Yes, mot, hard mot. Bare gå, skade han aldri. 15-5, bare gå. Hard, helt ned. Helt ned, helt ned! Bra, Tins.
An early mistake for Norway then, more than made up for in the past couple of stones from them. And this time it is Wouter's turn to say, okay, that guard out front has to go. Looking for some big firepower from Laurence Hoekman.
Clean! Whoa! Straight! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop!
Nice.
Ja, we gingen nooit meer maken, dus via de andere
Neutralising all the danger, Laurence Hoekman. But it will be Norway who are
kant. Ja, leek dat wel
a bit more pleased with themselves at the moment in this fifth end.
Ja, gewoon heel soft.
They're 2 points ahead. They had an important steal of a point in that fourth end.
Hij ging meteen naar binnen, zeg maar.
Maybe a little bit fortunate to get it, but that's curling, and they are 2 points ahead, and they are really neutralising all of Netherlands' chances to build an end here in the fifth.
Oh, ja! Linje! Linje! Hard! Hard! Fortsett! Helt ned, helt ned, helt ned! Kom igjen da. Ja, 15-5 det nå. Ja, 15-5 det nå.
But that stone coming up a little bit shorter than they wanted,
All right.
and that leaving space behind now. We've seen how curly the ice is out there. Jamie, the ice master, has been working all hours to bring world quality ice to Baden.
Denk het ook. Ja.
I think the ice is nice and consistent, nice and fast and swingy. It's a little bit slower today because the conditions outside are very different. The first couple of days of the competition, it was really hot. It was about 30-something degrees outside. But there was a big storm last night.
Okay, clean up!
The temperatures dropped to about 10 degrees.
Alright, is hij dan? Is hij lijn?
And Jamie was telling me he thinks the ice would be
Yep,
maybe
ga nu
about
hard.
1 second slower.
Lijn
And
is
it is,
groot.
you know.
Tobias als je kan. Vol 8. Als je vol 8 bent, Tobias. Als je vol 8 bent, Tobias.
And the Dutch sweepers really working on that stone. That is a really nice throw. 2 great throws from Laurence Hoekman. Do you want to know some more gossip about Team Norway team? Do you want to know what their team song is? So when they're pumping themselves up for a game, their pump-up song, it's a Big Time Rush. Perhaps surprisingly.
Så vi kommer oss rundt.
Nee, lijn nu op deze kant in één keer meer.
Pas på at vi kommer oss rundt.
Best wel hard en sport.
Hallo?
Ja, ik wilde best veel, hè. Maar ja, hij sport. Dat is 15. Ja.
15-5. Ja, enig.
And oh dear, there's sad news for the Stalker Army. That big four in the third end really taking the wind out of HMS Stalker's sails, and that looked like a score of 3 or so.
Okay.
Eve's team really having to take big risks, and as we said, with big risks come big rewards, but if it doesn't work, you can be looking at a hatful, and I think that was another score of 3, and Stalker's team deciding, okay, this is not our game.
Men jeg skjønte ikke hva det der med på
Kut
siden.
is een lijn. Ja. Denk gewoon zelf gooien. Hier top 8. Ideaal is freeze.
Ooh, it was another 4.
Ja.
That's not very nice.
Ja.
Gaan we op steeds?
Ja.
Whyte's team in belligerent mood out there. They were determined to book themselves a place in the quarterfinals, and they have. So we have 7 out of 8 places booked in the quarterfinals. The 7th team to qualify, and that doesn't necessarily mean they will be in 7th position in the ranking, but the 7th name
Dead buried.
into the quarterfinals. It is Ross Whyte's team from Scotland,
Oké, dus een keer 4-4 kicken.
and unfortunately for the highly dedicated Stalker Army, the big man's team will go no further this weekend. I can put my new handmade Team Stalker t-shirt back in the cupboard.
Hold on, hold on.
There is one more place then up for grabs in the quarterfinals. That team will come from sheet 1, where we are keeping an eye on Team Corey Dropkin playing Team Kyle Waddell. It should be advantage Waddell. They are already on 2 wins. All they need is one more win, and that 8th place is theirs. But they've just hogged a stone, which potentially rather sums up their game at the moment, because they are now in their 6th end. I'm not sure the score in the 5th, but it was Corey Dropkin's team. After 4 ends are 3-0 ahead, and hopefully they shall put the score up over there. And Dropkin's team, if they win this game, they would be the only team to go through with 2 wins, but they are top of the pile of Draw Shot Challenge.
Bare fart! Litt høyt! Kjør nå! Kjør nå! Kom rundt nå! Boys.
Generous sentiment from Tom there. Yeah, they really leapt out the blocks, Ross White's team. They meant business that game, and a huge score of 4 in the 3rd put the pressure on the Swiss. And it is Ross White's team who book one more place in the quarterfinals. Yeah, quite a few teams going from the Baden Masters here over to the event in Stirling next week. And yeah, very different conditions over there. But it is Ross White's team who will be having an early dinner, getting themselves ready for a quarter-final. We will not know their opposition until the conclusion of this round. The only ranking we know for sure is Bruce Mouat. They are the only team on 4 and 0. Therefore, they will be ranked number 1, and they will play ranked number 8, whoever that ends up being.
Bra Force. Ja, fortsatt det. Ja, det var Bryce fortsatt. Bryce var akkurat som det var forrige kamp.
Hi gang. Ja, ik zag alleen nog niet klopt.
De var kanskje for en hår opp.
Closer game on sheet 2 though. Our featured game over here.
15-5 var ikke, var så, jeg vet at teamet fikk ta linja, men den på andre klasse var 15-5 og var bare til å. Så er ikke. 15-5 treffer ikke til den. Under 15 mark. Ja, safe poenget da.
Ja, een agressieve stil. Ja. Ja. Ja, ja, ja.
Both teams doing a really nice job of frustrating the opposition though. You can see how hard both of the teams are having to work just to try to keep shots in play, to try to keep a positive setup.
Hard and clean. Ja, heel hard.
We have had 11 countries represented in Baden this year. We've managed to watch all of our visiting teams, our international teams. We've managed to watch all of them at least once on the active cam. The Norwegians and Dutch teams are the final two visiting teams in the featured game. And so far, of the 7 teams that we know will feature in the quarterfinals, we have 2 from Scotland, Mouat and Whyte. We have 2 from Switzerland, Schwaller and Brunner. And we have 1 each from Germany, Italy and Sweden. That is Kapp-Röhrs, Retornaz and Edin. Joining those 7 will be either a further Scottish team, that would be Waddell's team, or one of our North American visitors, Dropkin's team from the US. Last year's finalists, Cameron and Bryce's team, we watched them playing our Canadian visitors, Team Jordan Chandler, and a real fascinating game. Really went to the last stone, and it was a tricky throw for Jordan Chandler with his last stone. But him making it, and by making that shot, knocking Cameron and Bryce out of the competition. So last year's finalists will not be taking any further part this weekend. But last year's winners, Retornaz, our defending champions, they are still in the mix. Gösgens team finalists a couple of years ago, but having a tough weekend here, still looking for their first win this weekend. And as I said, that's really a tribute to the strength of all the teams that are here. That doesn't mean you're having a horrible weekend necessarily. It just shows us that all 20 teams here are really good.
Gå, Magnus. Kjør. Kjør nå. Yes, få den hit. Hardt. Mot da. Mot, litt mot. Litt mot. Ja, kjør. Bra. Jeg ville bare Craik og blåse. 15-1.
Ha en hekk! Ja.
On sheet 1 then, where we await our 8th quarter-finalist. It was just a score of 1 to Waddell's Scottish team in the 5th end. So important to get something on the board, but they're starting to run out of ends to make a big impact here. It's currently 3-1 to Dropkin's team from the US.
Homer. 12-0, links goed. Gewoon gooien.
Ja, kan også. Jeg bare tenkte, ja. Liker å dra en her og så
It is Norway that has last stone. Yeah, you can pretty safely ignore that yellow.
Hvis vi får til noe bra, så lever blanken fortsatt.
I don't think it will be particularly important, but maybe they're nervous of the Dutch using it for some kind of promotion. Do you want to know some more Norwegian gossip, gang? We asked the team as well, what's their secret talent? It's amazing what you can find out when they're all in the restaurant sitting having their food. And Høstmælingen's talent is balancing his brush on his chin. And I can testify to that. I've seen him do it. And we wondered if that was to help him concentrate or focus his mind, and he said no, it's to intimidate the opposition. But he did say it with a twinkle in his eye, so I'm not sure if he was really serious.
han skulle bare spille taken, altså. Sorry.
Schrijf gewoon deze oprollen.
Now Netherlands
Gewoon
need to be a bit careful here. There are altogether too many Norwegian stones now hanging around, but they are conveniently all fairly close together.
Push!
Superfan Megan, yeah, saying the same thing. It really is a tough field, yeah. When I
Push!
saw the draw this year, I thought, goodness me, Group A is tough, and then I saw Group B and Group C and Group D. I thought, oh wow, I don't think I'd like to be in any of those groups.
Huh?
Garden.
Really, 20 of the top teams are here.
Denk gewoon dit blijven doen. Ja, dit is meer normaal voor jou, dus als je dat blijft doen.
Oh. Tinus, ta den gule. Den går veldig sidelengs. Bra forsøk. Bra det. Veldig bra.
Yeah, I think you need to keep hoovering here, Netherlands.
Den første var kanskje rolig og mye is. Jeg skulle bare hatt mye mindre is og skulle spilt på, fordi den krysser linjen og bremser veldig.
They're -1 at the moment, so certainly not panic stations. But there are a couple of dangerous reds hanging around, and first things first, we need to prevent Norway from putting this game too far ahead of us. If we have a chance to set up for a steal, that could be nice.
Easy! Push!
But we really want to minimise the risk of
Close!
Norway scoring big here,
Push,
and by
push.
big I mean 2 or more. Forcing Norway to win, that's not too bad. That would make the score 4-2, and you would get last shot advantage back again. There, that's a score behind the head of Tinius Haslev Nordby. And you can see that would be quite a difference, a score of 5 points to 2 after 6 ends. That is quite a different atmosphere than 4 points to 2. With only 2 ends left to play after that. But we do need a winner here. Even though both of these teams, they will not qualify for quarterfinals. Not this time. But we do need a winner, so if scores are tied, they will play an extra end. But there is actually a good amount of time between the conclusion of this round and the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals are 8:30 European. And that's always a really fun session. 4 terrific games going on all at once. That was a big sweep from the Norwegian sweepers there, but worth it. At some point, yeah, either Netherlands are going to have to find a double, which is hard if there's big separation like that, or they are going to have to hide a yellow stone. That means Norway will have to take one instead. But currently, advantage Norway in this end.
Yep! Yep, heel hard! Yep! Rol hem, Simon. Ah, 9-6.
Jeg liker bare vant igjen, og så prøver du å rulle under den.
Soft.
Ja, jeg liker her, sånn at de
I
må
like
stå
this
på
kind of
den
end
låsen her.
to play actually, when just everything's in the house and it's just all about finding a nice roll.
En dan ben je voor voorbij.
Keeping 2 stones in play, but good
Rulle
separation.
Rulle hit!
Not letting them have a chance at a double takeout.
Rulle hit!
Dat is hoe we nu managen.
Ja, ja. Men da får de en naturlig en hit, og vi vil ikke at de skal fryse her.
Ja, maar we
The situation can change awfully quickly in this sort of scenario.
Mann!
Dat kon de manager.
If you hit and roll out instead of hit and stick, all of a sudden the momentum shifts entirely the other way.
Ja, oké. Prima. Ik denk dat we close zitten en gewoon positief gooien.
Ren!
Hetzelfde als Tobias.
Køl!
Met
Køl!
z'n tweede. Ja. Het is gewoon de ene keer
Wow! Move!
soft en
Move! Hard!
het blijft wel rood. Die gooi je.
Følg med på rullen. Følg med på rullen. Harmonis. Ja, hold fast av det.
Just like that.
Ikke med på rullen.
So a dainty hit and roll.
Het is gewoon
2 reds though,
halfsteen.
counting 1 and 2. Miles apart.
Als je 3/4 raakt,
There
gooi je er naartoe.
definitely is a fancy across the house double, but they are not straightforward.
Ja. Du prater på midten, og da tar han skikkelig.
Met Peel zal hij wel straight zijn.
Ja, bra.
Turn.
Intern.
Oh, goodness, gang. Look at the news on sheet 1. Look in the top left of your screen there.
Ah, gewoon Peel, halfsteen.
That was a very important score of 2 to the Americans in the 6th end. And Scotland are going to need a bit of magic if they're going to keep this game going. That would be a truly remarkable progress for Corey Dropkin. Going into this game with just 1 win out of 3
Clean. Yep.
Whoa, whoa!
Toe.
and really knuckling down,
Toe.
working hard,
Yep, toe.
and
Yep.
I don't want to curse them, but
Noe ut om noe.
what a story that would be, going into this game just with the 1 win
Hei.
and then leaping past about 10 other teams and booking that final spot in the quarter-finals. Let's see. Scotland with their backs against the wall on sheet 1 over there. They have 2 ends to find 4 points at least.
Hij dacht.
Nee, gewoon
Toen
weer
ik ging
nice.
vegen, dacht ik eigenlijk, zit er al goed. Dus we gaan gewoon vegen. Maar
Ja.
dat was niet.
Nee, je kan halfsteen raken.
Ja.
No fancy across the house double though for Netherlands, not that time.
Dan litt. Wow! 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 Ja! Ja! Wow! 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 Køl!
And important that
Sorry.
Norway keeps that separation. Yeah, they just want to
Litt der.
Ja.
Gewoon minder ijs.
leave that red exactly where it was before.
Je steen.
Ja.
Force Gösgens to have another go at the big across the house double,
Sorry, så da 12
or an equally difficult
Het zal
shot.
altijd even moeilijk zijn.
Nei.
Gewoon ijs waar we willen raken hier.
Jeg var drittet.
And Norway
Zelfde lengte.
putting themselves in a very nice position in this end and this game overall.
Fint at han prøver den der, da. Da fortsetter du å spinne av på første gang. Veldig bra.
Gewoon een kwartje. Ja. Dan hebben we nog de marge. Als hij right is, heb je dit erop. Dan kan
On
het
sheet
nog
3,
steeds.
that game still ticking along. It is the Czech team of Lukas Klima. They are leading 5-2 over Andrei Schnider's team, the vice champions of Switzerland.
Tobias!
Wouter Gösgens' final throw in this 6th end.
Dus.
Ooh, he doesn't look pleased.
Var bra. Ja.
And
Var det mais her?
again, no fancy across the house double, and that means Lukas Høstmælingen doesn't need to hit anything. He's already lying 1,
Zal ik daar?
and he just needs to find the 8 foot, the white rings.
Dus je hem zelf gooien als je voor de
If he just lands a stone right in the middle of that moose, that will be perfect.
Hetzelfde. Je zit gewoon halfsteen binnen. Buiten.
Ja.
Of is het gewoon...
Het,
And I wonder if that could be a decisive turning point in our featured game
ik denk...
here in Baden.
Floating spear.
Ja, dat dacht ik.
Ja.
Netherlands and Norway, the last of our visiting teams to feature in the live stream. We have featured all 11 countries.
Hold i gang da. Kan være litt spolete. Ok, wow. Kommer til å krysse linja.
And we will be featuring the tastiest quarter-final this evening as well. That's to be decided. We don't know the rankings until the conclusion of the game on sheet 1. And then it will come down to draw shot challenge. Yeah, no trouble for the Norwegian. That's a very important score. Also of 2 in the 6th end. And this game starting to get away from the Netherlands team a little bit.
Da har vi 3 opp. Jeg liker inn på første, eller?
What we can say for certain is there is one team top of the pile. Nobody can catch them. Ranked number 1 after the round robin on their own is Bruce Mouat's team with 4 wins out of 4. Next are at least 6 teams on 3 wins and 1 loss. They will be ranked according to their draw shot, the cumulative score there. And we eagerly await the final qualifier. It will be one of Kyle Waddell or Corey Dropkin on sheet 1. Surely advantage US, but you never know. Scotland though needing to find 4 points in these last 2 ends.
Kjør hvis du kan, ja. 14-6. Det er deres. 14-6 med alltid. Yes! Yes, liten hjerneblødning fra meg der, det beklager jeg.
Okay.
Now at the club, a score of 5-2 with 2 ends to play. That's still pretty doable. But at this level, to get 3 points back in 2 ends, that's quite a different animal.
Yep. Yep.
Alright. Zo ver mogelijk.
Jeg trykker på nå.
Lijnschoot.
Kan du gjøre det?
Nice, goed feit.
Jeg klarte det.
A nice throw from Simon Spitz.
Så bare legger oss en 3'er her, eller?
Netherlands with no choice now. They have to play aggressive. They have to take risks. They really want to put at least 2 on the board in the 7th end and take their chance trying to steal an 8th. And same with Scotland really. They need to put really at least 2 on the board in the 7th end if they want to be playing this evening. Last year we had 4 Scottish teams and all 4 qualified for quarter-finals. Actually 3 qualified for semi-finals even. And I think the only reason the 4th didn't is because it was a Scotland versus Scotland quarter. 2 Scottish teams already qualified for this evening. Bruce Mouat and Ross Whyte. Will there be a 3rd, or will we have, for the first time in a long time? I'm not sure when we had a team from US in quarterfinals, not for a while. And the timing would certainly be convenient for our fans based in the US. Quarterfinals are at 8:30 European this evening. We've seen this setup before, haven't we, team? 2 corner guards from the team chasing the game. 2 shots in the house and a guard out front for the team ahead. This 5th stone changed identity quite a lot in the switch from the 4 rock rule to 5 rock rule. Historically, you would always see this 5th stone being used to remove one of those corner guards, but you're not allowed to do that anymore. So we have new strategies now, and this is a popular one.
Eller så ruller de av hvis vi prøver tripperen.
As I say, every time we see this strategy, Whyte has to hold his nerve and realise that it's okay, that's still the right thing to do. Put out your corner guards, and now we're going to try and bring them into play. We know we're going to be looking at 3 opposition stones in the middle. That's okay. We need to now use those to bring our corner guards into play. Really important for Netherlands to put 2 up on the board here. Not sure 1 point would really be enough. That would leave them -2 without last stone. That would be quite a hill to climb.
Right, straight, andere kant, yep. Rollen blauw.
Tar av den, og så går det fint om vi toucher litt på de.
Die kant raken.
And now for the first time, Norway can start removing corner guards.
Men om vi løsner opp, så er ikke det krise.
Although I wouldn't have put it past them to just put another red on the pin or something. Big weight from Magnus.
Yes.
Følg med på rullen.
Make sure that goes.
Hva død dere?
Okay.
And for an encore, I'm going to roll to the centre. Get me.
Ja, fint, det er bedre det enn å
Maybe
flashe.
he's secretly pleased with that shot too. He has plenty to be secretly pleased about, does Magnus?
Kan dat?
The news on sheet 1 is complicated. It is US 5-1 ahead. It is Scotland lying shot. It is every other stone in play in front of it. And that suits the US. They're +4. Scotland putting 1 on the board. I don't think that's going to be enough, with only 1 end left to play after that.
Furmak! Clean!
Hvis de der, så kan vi gjøre noe.
Hek! Lees is goed! Yep!
Nei, ikke jeg, det er han som må spille. For det må vi senere. Er han i garden?
Alright, cool film.
Bra, eller? Men det er ikke noe for å bruke.
Dit waar ook voor mij ijs hadden en die andere kullen.
Badra! Garde!
Ja,
Zie
hvor
kult iets
skal
meer
vi
dan.
bare?
Liker du å badra toppstall rundt garden?
Zagen we vanmorgen ook.
Ja.
Margin kort, det er greit.
Prise egen, det
Ja,
liker jeg
om
best.
du bumper den er det greit, og kort er greit.
Dan
Så.
dat dit wel close was.
Det er som margin kort.
We
Er
hadden
det
voor
litt
mij ook
trådere nå?
edge.
Det har vært.
Nou, ik denk gewoon dat steen 8 rechter is. Ja.
Prøv på selvflanke.
Nee.
Safest.
Ik had ook.
Ikke...
Oké, ik had 1 basic op minder ijs. Voor jou al. Maar die steen 8 is gewoon heel recht. Want dit is waar we mijn tap voor 3
Er
undercurve.
tight, ass. Veldig tight. Linje.
Ja,
Hold linja.
det er deres. Ja,
Hold linja.
ja,
Hold linja. Linje.
Linje.
Hard.
Dere har den! Du har den! Yes! 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 Du har den! Ja! Ja! Nei, konge.
Nå koster Magnus. Over.
That stone held its breath, going right the front, didn't it?
Overtør da.
Jeg har litt kjapp, ja.
Fy faen,
Magnus!
en legende.
Magnus!
God damn, boy.
Magnus! Jeg var helt sikker på at den var i garden.
Different body language out
Dårlig
there.
tatt i bra resultater. Rick.
Definitely
Den er
advantage
litt på der,
Norway.
da. Det er up there.
And the Dutch team struggling to make progress in this 7th end.
Ja. Voor mij ook.
Right, gang, I've been doing some
Hopen dat je deze hier 1 tap.
calculations
Yeah.
regarding quarterfinals.
Gewoon hit de rol.
Ja, det
En
er
dan deze
So,
hier stuffen.
here we go. Summon your brains.
Of
As we
pillen,
said,
maar
top
we
of the
gaan nooit
pile
2 pakken.
is Bruce Mouat. They will finish first place.
Hoe is dat nuttig?
Benny Kapp's team from Germany, they're the first of the teams on 3 wins and a loss. They will finish in 2nd place. Ross Whyte's team will finish 3rd. Yannick Schwaller's team will finish 4th.
Deze haartje op noos.
Now, if Corey Dropkin continues as he is, then it will be Joe Retornaz at 5th, Brunner 6, Niklas Edin 7, Corey Dropkin 8. If Kyle Waddell wins, if they stage a magical comeback here, it will be Kyle Waddell at 5, Joe Retornaz 6, Brunner 7, and Niklas Edin 8. Got it? Good.
Yep. Yep. Well. Nice.
Because of the style of play, though, after the round robin, the team's ranked 1 to 20. Yeah, the quarterfinals can really throw up some not unexpected, but yeah, it's just the system of play. But yeah, you can have some draws in the quarterfinal that could be worthy of a final as well. So yeah, Niklas Edin's team, they will qualify in 7th or 8th place. They don't have such a good draw shot challenge this weekend. They will face either Benny Kapp or Bruce Mouat.
Foreløpig køl. Køl, Magnus.
Marigo.
Køl.
Marigo, yes,
Køl.
yes, yes.
Hardt køl. Hard, Magnus.
Hard,
Køl,
Magnus,
køl, køl.
hard. Helt ned. Hard, hard. Sorry,
Ja, det må ha vært, det føltes.
Big sweep from Magnus to try to get as much curl out of that guard as he possibly can.
Schnider, det is okay.
Det er ikke lett for dere, da. Det er ikke lett for dere å rulle. Det er ikke ganske vanskelig å rulle.
Has it done enough?
Nei, det er jo dritnære, da.
Certainly the port's big enough, but
Det er egentlig en halvmeter lenger.
you'll be coming at it,
Oi, nesten.
how to say that you'd prefer to come at this the other handle, but you can't.
Så er det 100%.
Ja, het kan wel, maar...
Og det
Det er best echt hier.
går veldig ofte hvis du går. Det er det. Og ikke rulla, det er det. Du kommer til å rulle nesten alle gangene. Så det er...
Wil je het ingooien?
Det ble ganske bra.
Ja, ik dacht
Det
eigenlijk
ble
meer.
ganske vanskelig for dem. Så det kan melde seg.
Ja. 10.
Valtra thinks you can indeed thread a stone through that needle. Let's see if he's right.
Det er fint nok. Når de mangler en tre, så satt de bare på Tom Bryce. The goal.
Push.
De kunne bare satt på 6.
Yes, ook. Yes, ook. Je hebt het.
Nee, hou maar gewoon.
Samme var det.
That was the danger with that shot, yeah. As I said, you're coming at it not the handle you would like to.
Jo, jeg er med.
Still a couple of stones to come for Netherlands. They do have last stone, but this end suiting Norway. They're just trying to frustrate the Dutch, just trying to make sure they can't get yellow stones hanging around, and they've been doing that just beautifully. Situation on sheet 1, still complicated. I'm not even sure who's lying anymore. There's one red and one yellow in the forefoot, and that's the far corner of the ice hole for me, and I can't really tell.
Grundes inn. Veldig bra linje. Grundes inn. Kan man dø på linje? Wow, bare dø. Wow.
But I'm pretty sure I've worked out the top 4 finishers. They will not be affected by the game on sheet 1, and rank 1 to 4, I believe, is going to be rank 1, Bruce Mouat, 2, Benny Kapp, 3, Whyte, 4, Schwaller. And then rank 5 to 8 is dependent on what happens on sheet 1.
Snij nog steeds goed. Voor deze kan gewoon 4-4 hebben. Vol 4.
That's about the only way that Netherlands are going to be able to grab 2 points in this all-important 7th end is for Valter to swing a stone right to the centre on the clockwise handle. Pray for a bit of a miss from Norway and then do the same again.
Easy. Komt-ie. Lijn is goed. Yep. Yep. Yep, top 4. Yep.
Yep, get it there.
Big
Go.
sweep from
Get it.
the Netherlands.
Forward.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, is it enough? It is!
Vecht, vecht.
Phew! Thank you, sweepers.
Du bare garder her, da. Får den her.
Lovely throw from Whyte.
Inn der. Så den.
Jeg bare risky.
Ja, bare garde. Han har bare den, så bare legger
Vet du hvilken vei du spiller?
Ja, over den her. Bare der.
Now let's be smart here, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just need to make sure Whyte can't do that again.
Ja, her også. Hvis han treffer der, da,
Så er
så
det-
stjeler vi.
Bare spille corner, spille simpelt.
Ja, tror du ikke det?
I'm not sure there's anything to do on the anti-clockwise handle.
Ja,
Her er det ingenting. Det er
Det jeg
ingenting.
kunne gjort, var å gå til luka, tappe ham, det er risky post, da åpne opp og gjøre det lettere for ham.
Det eneste jeg ser, er at da spinner han liksom. Det er det eneste jeg ser.
Dus alleen even kijken of er is een punt. 2 punten.
I think Høstmælingen just deciding to put something short of the house, block that path for Whyte. So going to curl across and over the line.
Ja, så kommer litt an på linja, men jeg prøver på som tregard.
Gevaarlijk dat je...
Netherlands lying 1,
Men hvis det er dårlig linje, så sier jeg
but there will be quite a difference in score. If it stays like that, it will be 5 points to 3 going into the final end. If they can somehow grab 2, it will be 5 points to 4, which feels really quite different.
Å, 4 kjempelangt.
Mot køl!
Ooh, and the complicated end on sheet 1 is
Mot
concluded,
køl!
but I'm not
Bare
sure
dø,
how.
egentlig! Bare dø! Wow! Bare dø! Wow! Bare dø! Wow.
Score coming imminently.
Tror du alt, ass?
Jeg duger den, altså.
Oh, it was a 1 to Scotland.
Jeg duger den.
They really need a miracle. It is
Zelfde ijs.
5 points to 2 for Dropkin from the US. On sheet 1, they are in their 8th end, Scotland needing 3 just to force an extra end.
Zelfde ijs goed.
Ja.
And surely one of the most remarkable qualifications that we've seen for quite a few years. Dropkin team going in, I mean, he must have been ranked, before this game, that team must have been ranked somewhere about 15. And they are going to leapfrog everyone up to 8th
Det
place.
er så vanskelig å det skal få lov til, ikke sant? Hvor skal jeg klare det med mammeren? Jeg synes det.
So that stone just travelling on a bit. A nice wide gap for Whyte, but as we know, this ice is super curly, so you have to start pretty wide.
Clean. Easy. Maar lijst goed, lijst goed. Alleen lijst goed. Yep,
The
yep.
line's good. They reckon, yep, it's safely inside that guard's just thrown, but yeah, that's going to over curl though.
Oh, yep. Yep, 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 yep.
It doesn't half catch the curl, does it? And there, that is then 1 yellow. So well done, Whyte, with his first throw.
Ok, Gine. Målet for omgangen. 9 maks 1.
Oké. Dat werkt een keer niet.
So possible, but difficult for Netherlands to force an extra end here. Scoring 1 point there. That brings the score after 7 ends. It's the world junior champions, Høstmælingen of Norway against Gösgens of Netherlands. It is the Norwegians winning 5 points to 3.
Men du skal ligge langt vekk hele tiden.
Hij ligt nog bijna eerder de curve dan die andere.
Ja, greit. Ok. Men ja, kanskje. Men hvis jeg skal spille 2 pil før det, så er det sånn, kanskje.
Ja, zo'n 3 hè.
Jeg må... Ja, jeg tror det. Jeg tror det. For jeg er ikke helt mentalt forberedt på å spille.
If you are tuning in to the end of this game, looking for quarter-final news, you have come to the right place.
Lijn is groot. Waar? Oké,
And worked it
zwaar
all
mogelijk
out
dan.
while we've been watching.
Yep. Zwaar mogelijk. Lijn is perfect. Hard pushen.
Ja, ja.
Top. Mooi bal.
Now, without wishing to be disrespectful of Kyle Waddell's team over on sheet 1, they really need a miracle to steal 3 actually from the US. So if it stays like that on sheet 1, your qualifiers would be as follows. From rank 1 to 8, it would be Bruce Mouat of Scotland, Benny Kapp, Germany, Ross Whyte, Scotland, Schwaller, Switzerland, Retornaz, Italy, Brunner, Switzerland, Edin, Sweden, Dropkin, US. And that means your quarter-final lineup would be Bruce Mouat against Dropkin, Benny Kapp against Edin, Ross Whyte against Brunner, Schwaller against Retornaz. Now that's not gospel, gang. Don't come for me if I haven't quite got it right.
De fryser. De fryser. Han kaller og sånn.
Whatever happens in our featured game, both of these teams will conclude their competition here. As we thought, this has been a fun game to watch. Both of these teams really comfortable with stones in play.
Ja, det var jævlig bra. Herregud.
Playing aggressive tactics. And we sure have seen plenty of stones in play, loads of angles, loads of stones around the 4 foot.
Yep. 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 Yes. Yep, 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 yep.
I think this is the first hit of the game for Kapp-Röhrs. And making no mistake.
Split center, Schwaller.
So definitely worth playing on for the Netherlands. Stealing a 2, difficult but not impossible. But for Scotland on sheet 1, stealing a 3, even less likely than stealing a 2.
Kult heel veel, heel weinig rotatie, make sure. Make sure, over en af.
Hoog heen.
Okay, make sure.
Gotta go.
Over en af. Alright.
Netherlands, though, doing exactly the right thing tactically. We saw this in Bryce's game this morning, though, didn't we? Also in that 8th end. They were working so hard to keep their guard stones separate from each other that they actually ended up hogging a stone. Didn't cross the hog line at all. As I said, it's a very difficult shot actually to go with enough weight to get over the line and simultaneously with so little weight that it only just gets over the line.
Det er up there på settefokus, uavhengig av hvordan du tar, og da funker det ofte.
Lijn is goed.
Ja, det er det jeg tenkte. Det er fint. Det er det jeg tenkte.
Over en af.
Diep heen.
Over en af.
Det er det da. Det er klart det. Nå er det verdt å gå for 2, så bare... Altså, det er sånn.
Nothing fancy about the tactics then. Both teams know exactly what the other is trying to do. Netherlands persisting with putting guards up for a couple of stones yet. Their best chance of getting a mistake from Norway is not really clearing the guards after all. And second thrower Magnus Lillebo clearing out 2 guards but leaving his own shooter behind. That's a stone that Netherlands could use. Taichi asks, is it possible that Dropkin could lose the playoff spot after the final LSD after the game, and then it would be taken by Høstmælingen? That is an excellent question, and I don't know the answer to that. I don't think so. I think the last shot draw after the game, it's just in case by some mathematical possibility that your team is playing quarterfinals. I don't think it counts towards the current ranking or the draw shot challenge ranking.
Allebei. Moet gaan. Yep. Zwaar mogelijk. Go.
But I don't know for sure if that is a thing and if that's possible. It would not affect our quarter-final lineup too much. It would simply be Bruce Mouat playing Marco Husley instead.
Nice, perfecto.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Yes. Hard på rull, Magnus.
Superfan Michaela looking forward to 4 super quarter-finals. Me too. It will be Al and Linda hosting that game.
Halve en 4. Fries hem net de haartje aan de binnenkant.
And I will be back for the semis and final tomorrow morning. Oh. Trish asks, what's crowdfunding? Isn't it crowdfunding? And yes, well, let's see. I hope you're right. I don't think we're looking for crows to come and live in the ice rink here.
Oké, easy dan. Alleen bij het 4, geen bounce.
Top 4.
Geen bounce.
10 uit, back 4.
Oké, clean. Yep.
But yeah,
Baden. Yep.
Baden ice hole needing some repairs. So an open invitation for curling fans to help.
Prima.
Vil du ta hvilken vei? Vi var jo cleara den.
Da vil jeg gå innan.
Ja, back 4.
And it is all over on sheet 1. Scotland have run out of stones to get this game back. And gosh, what an opportunity missed there for Kyle Waddell's team.
Yep.
They lost to Bruce Mouat in the first game. Yeah, but Bruce Mouat, top of the pile, hasn't lost to anyone, so no shame there. But then, yeah, they won their next 2 games. We're playing nicely, but somehow Team Corey Dropkin has finished with a win, and if we are correct with our notebook calculations, they have leapfrogged over everyone to take that final 8th qualifying spot in the quarters this evening.
Oké. Het is gewoon back 8. Ja. Gewoon 4-3.
Over on sheet 3, the Czech team, they are 6-3 ahead. They don't have last stone in this 8th end, but Andrew Schnider's Swiss team, again, running out of stones a bit to try to score 3 to get to an extra end.
Ja, dan. Oké, Fries hem erop, top 4. Top 4. Top als je kan. Top als je kan. Top 4. Zijn we bezig, boys? Je hebt ook, je hebt ook.
Netherlands then trying everything to try to get a mistake from Norway. You can see how much easier it would be if Netherlands only had to steal 1 point, if the score was 5-4, and Netherlands only had to steal 1. You can see what a much easier task that would be. Throw up your 2 guards, wrap a stone round the back of it, keep your guards well separated, steal please, but to steal 2, that is really hard.
Waar ga je hem leggen, denk je?
Wijd. Ja. Ik ga altijd deze in, dus de center. Ja.
Oh. Kul. Ren. Ja.
The fewer stones lying around, the better for the Norwegians. All the Netherlands can do with Wouter's last throw here is to give themselves a chance. Wouter just has to find the paint with a stone That's a nice Scottish expression. Find the paint. That means land somewhere in the rings. And they will be lying 2 Dutch stones. And if for some reason Lucas Høstmælingen, for the first time in his life, just comes out and falls over, then we would have an extra end. So all they can do is give themselves a chance. But it's been very nice play from Norway to keep things tidy and make their skipper's life as easy as possible to close this game. So Gösgens, last stone of the 8th end. Will it be their last stone at the Baden Masters this year? They have done all that they can. And the Norwegians just ignoring that stone from Whyte. They just need to make one of these go away. And normally speaking, it is much easier to throw straight up the middle than to start messing about with angles at the side. So the World Junior Champions then finishing off this game. 1 yellow goes away, that's all they need. It is a score of 1 yellow, but that is enough for Norway to conclude their campaign with a win. So Høstmælingen, they also finish on 2 wins and 2 losses, but they are a bit further down the pile than either Dropkin or Høstli. So we will not be seeing them again this year. And Gösgens team, no wins from their 4 games this year. And yeah, that doesn't mean they've played horribly at all. We've just watched them play a really close game all the way to the last stone, and it's very easy to have 4 games exactly like that. You give everybody trouble. Very difficult to beat the team, but just not quite getting the wins. So yeah, I think this is now academic, doing a last stone draw. I think this is just for the sake of totality, for the sake of completion. We have 3.5 hours to recover until it's quarter-final time. So Ross White's team, they were off a bit early anyway. They had a real strong win against Eavestalker. And Dropkin's team just sneaking into the qualifiers right at the end there. But still plenty of time for them to relax. Yeah, the overall ranking has not yet been updated. I guess, yeah, we wait for the conclusion of this whole round. But certainly 4 exciting quarterfinals all at the same time to look forward to at 8:30 this evening European. We will be following sheet 2. We will pick the tastiest quarterfinal for you, of course. So I will be back tomorrow for semis and finals. The semi-final is at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning European. The final is at 1:30 European tomorrow lunchtime. I will also be watching the quarterfinals from the club this evening, all 4. Come back and join Alan Linda for that one at 8:30 this evening European time. Join us for semis and finals tomorrow. Thanks for your company this evening. Bye for now.